believe this is week 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. We are moving right along. Our next word for this week is fasting. I don't think you can really get through Lent without talking about fasting. Have these other words kind of been popping up as we keep going through? Or are we kind of forgetting them and then just focusing on the one at hand? I was trying to think what the other words were, and I did come up with them slowly, but yeah. I think we have some good words, and we'll go back to our yearly word as well. But this week, we're going to talk about fasting. Have you ever fasted? Where'd you fast from? I know when we think of fasting, we automatically think of food, a time of not eating. We read about fasting in both the Old and the New Testament. The purpose of fasting is to take away any distractions from our relationship with God. It is something we choose to do, and it's something that's between us and God. It is not intended to be a public display, telling everyone, hey, I'm fasting this weekend, maybe you should be too. Nope, it's private. In fact, in Matthew chapter 6, we read, when you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen. And your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. For us as Christians, our goal is to become closer to the Lord, to love Him, and to love one another. And as we go through this journey, there might be some stumbles, some roadblocks, or speed bumps, and we are human. Lent is a time for refocusing our lives spiritually. No one said this would be easy, for we have this human side, this natural side that is trying to reason with our spiritual side. Our love of self and love of the world clash with our love of the Lord and our neighbor. In preparing for today, Reverend Emily Lamole writes in the New Christian Bible Study website, Lent gives us a framework and a theme in which to practice what we preach, to bring to life those truths that happily stay inside our heads, and by doing so, they never take form, they never come to life. Specific acts manifest our beliefs and give shape and reality to them. In modern language, this is called walking your talk. All religion relates to life, and the life of religion is to do good. 10 points if you guess who said that. Very good, Marilee, 10 points. She does go on to say that Lent can be the path to that good, which is, of course, the Lord's. I loved when she said this. We can know all the theology in the world and still know only about God without ever really knowing or experiencing God. The staying in our heads has been described as enjoying the menu but never moving to the meal, something I could never do. The menu can be fun to read, but it has no nourishment, no reality or usefulness by itself. It's only a preview of what's to come. We were made to have the ability to change our thoughts and our actions, to decide that we want to have an amazing relationship with our Creator. These past weeks, we have been given words to think about, and they are just words until we do something with them. The Bible contains many words, but until you are ready to hear what those words truly mean to you, they are words. As we move this week into a week of fasting, I'd like you to think about what temptation you are moving away from. What is that one thing, that one activity, or one thought, one distraction that you will put aside to spend some true time with God? Has God been nudging you to take more time with Him? Or even giving a little reminder that you might be heading in a direction away from the truth? It's a lot to think about. But I am hopeful that we all will be able to find a few minutes to spend in search of our own way of fasting and growing that relationship with our Creator. Amen.